Well, last week, Governor Whitmer relaxed COVID-19 testing restrictions, and that allowed all essential workers to get tested, even if they're not showing symptoms.
And just this week, Chief Medical Executive Dr. Janae Caldoon emphasized the need to test as many people as possible to get a better understanding of how we're doing combating the virus. Journalists are considered to be among those essential workers, so Annie Satowski got her own test approved. She joins us live with a behind-the-scenes look at one of the drive-through testing sites in Grand Rapids. Annie?
Yeah, Doug, Janice, we want to be really clear. We're doing a great job at Fox 17 of social distancing and disinfecting all of our workspaces. So I am not showing any symptoms of COVID-19, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I am asymptomatic. And as we have learned, that means that you can still pass along that virus to someone else. And that is exactly why we wanted to walk other essential workers through this testing process so they know that these resources are available to them no matter how they're feeling.
The Mercy Health St. Mary's COVID-19 drive-through site in Grand Rapids has been testing about 150 patients per day.
I was hoping to get an order for a COVID-19 test.
After getting the go-ahead from my doctor earlier this week, I'm about to be one of them. Dr. Andrew Jameson walks us through it.
You come into a lane, you stop, someone meets you, make sure that you're on the schedule, make sure you have an order. Once we're verified they're on the schedule, they wait, we pull them into a bay. They would pull into a spot by one of the tents, and the nurse that is here would instruct them about what they're about to do.
So it's a nasal swab, and it does go very high up each nostril,
Okay.
4 seconds each side,
Okay.
the 10 seconds, and we're done. It is common for your eyes to water.
Okay.
It kind of burns a little bit.
You tip your head back, and the swab goes in one nose and gets twisted around, and then goes in the other side of the nose and gets twisted around. But it goes probably about that far back, and it has to hit the back of the throat.
Dr. Jameson says there's a reason why this test looks so invasive.
That's where the virus really concentrates best, and we know that respiratory viruses are in the back of the throat like that. And the reason why we twist it and kind of hold it back there is so that we get the best yield.
You ready?
Yeah.
I'll just have you look straight ahead.
Okay.
And just lean back, and I'll do this first side. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can give you a break before we do the other side. It's quite the rush.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
You ready?
Yep.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. You are done. Good job. Words don't always describe that.
Ow.
Yeah. Are you all right?
Yeah, you know, you're right. Your eyes definitely water.
And just like that, it's over.
That is it.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, and then the results come back in 24 to 48 hours, and they
Okay.
call people positive or negative.
Okay,
So,
wonderful. Thank you so much.
It is something that goes by really quickly, but it is something that most people do not want to repeat.
And the results also come back quickly.
Once we get the swab, what we do is we collect it, we put it in a little cooler, we will send that to the local lab the same day, and then the results get run overnight.
Dr. Jameson says they've seen more requests for screening since those testing restrictions were eased.
In order to be effectively screening people for what the governor wants, we're probably going to have to increase testing by 10 to 15-fold of what we're doing right now.
And he says they're working on the logistics to make that happen.
We are actually doing really good on swab supplies. We're doing really good with lab capacity. We have a really good system in place.
So that everyone who wants a test can get one.
Knowing is power, and also testing is the way that we can open up our society from an economic standpoint safely. Because if we know who's positive and who's negative, we can stop that transmission early on, and then we can protect our essential workforce.
Yeah, so guys, interesting is the word I used to describe the test in the video. Definitely uncomfortable, but not the worst thing that I've ever done, but definitely not something I want to repeat again. I should get my results back tomorrow. Everyone who goes through the drive-through test site gets a piece of paper just like this one, reminding them about social distancing, and also if you are having symptoms, how to isolate yourself. If you'd like to get in touch with Mercy Health, you can call their nurse line and they will get you plugged into a test. That number is right there at the bottom of your screen. From home tonight, Annie Satowski, Fox 17 News.